Friday, June 3rd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. We had some thunderstorms from parts of the western and southern Charlotte metro down into much of South Carolina yesterday, and then really continuing into a good chunk of the night. Even right now as I'm cutting this video, still some storms down in South Carolina. Let me show you the storm report map from yesterday, and all those blue dots represent some wind damage reports that came in. The green dots, that's where some hail occurred. And this is a photo sent in by one of our viewers, Ashley Harris, around Gastonia. And that was a common sight with these thunderstorms that did develop yesterday. A lot of hail, most of it kind of that half-inch to three-quarter-inch size, but occasionally there was some quarter to golf ball size hail mixed in. At the time I'm cutting this video, which is during the 5 a.m. hour on Friday morning, still some pretty strong thunderstorms down into South Carolina. One especially electric thunderstorm a little bit northwest of Columbia. On a broader scale, though, that's pretty much the only game in town over much of the eastern part of the country. And then you have to go back into the northern plains to find the next major system, even a tornado warning in effect right now for northeastern parts of North Dakota. Let's look at temperatures, and the eastern seaboard, you get at least most of it until you get down into, say, middle South Carolina. From that point north, getting a nice break today from the heat and humidity. In fact, today probably our pick day of the week in terms of weather. There's our dew point temperatures, and we're going to get some of those lower dew points settling into pretty much all of North Carolina today. For the Piedmont zones, probably some 40s in many spots for dew points today. Maybe low 50s this afternoon for dew points in southern North Carolina, and the result is going to be a very nice day. When you couple that type of air mass with highs in the 80s, it's going to be a nice break from that heat and humidity. The ridge is over the Mississippi Valley region today, our northwest flow aloft in place here. Now the ridge builds back in to some extent over the weekend. Then it's back to northwest flow for the first couple of days of next work week before we try to see some ridging return mid to late next work week. All right, let's look at the GFS model. Here you go today. The best thunderstorm chance way down into South Carolina and the far western tip of North Carolina. I think the Piedmont of North Carolina will be completely dry today with highs in the 80s and low levels of humidity. Still a pretty good looking day Saturday. Should be a dry day. Getting back up toward the upper 80s to around 90 degrees, though. Still relatively low levels of humidity, though, across at least North Carolina Saturday. But muggier again Sunday. At the same time, a little storm system drops in from the northwest, and I think there will be some scattered thunderstorms for our Sunday with highs in the low to maybe even some mid-90s. Now, Monday and Tuesday, kind of a tough deal to diagnose. I think most spots will be dry, but this is Tuesday, and could be one of those same type of things where southernmost North Carolina down to South Carolina have a chance of a few scattered storms while a good chunk of North Carolina is dry Monday and Tuesday. But I will bring back in by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday the daily chance of at least some scattered thunderstorms. And it gets hotter as well after some upper 80s to around 90 type of high temperature days Monday and Tuesday, back up to the low to maybe some mid-90s mixed in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, tropical update time. Still have that little disturbance in the Gulf racing off to the west, generally speaking. And overall, the Caribbean Sea, that's still going to be the area to watch for signs of something trying to congeal and develop down that way. Nothing organized right now, just a lot of disorganized showers and thunderstorms over the central Caribbean up toward Jamaica, parts of Hispaniola, and eastern Cuba. And still some indication that something might try to develop down that way. This is the NOGAPS model out toward the middle part of next week, and it spins up a pretty decent little tropical system there in the western Caribbean Sea. So we'll see. Nothing imminent with that area, but that is still probably the region to watch for signs of tropical development over the next week or so. All right, that is it for today. Have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.